The Tree of Life, the icon of Disney's Animal Kingdom. This is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be learning about the history, the construction, the overall concept, and exactly what the Tree of Life is. Hi everybody, and welcome to the World of Micah. Today we are starting a brand new series here on the World of Micah channel. I'm going to be talking about all of the icons around the Walt Disney World Resort. Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle, Epcot has Spaceship Earth, Hollywood Studios once had the Chinese Theater. Now they've been using the Tower of Terror Hotel, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and of course here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the Tree of Life. We're going to be talking about the history, the backstory, and why it is the icon. And I'm also going to be showing you guys some secrets, hidden things, and things you might not have noticed on these icons. It's going to be a fun series, and we're starting here today at Disney's Animal Kingdom with the Tree of Life. You guys are going to get to tag along. Let's take a closer look at the Tree of Life. Let's take a closer look. We got to go through the Tree of Life garden, and if you look at this guy. Some kind of frog here that's carved into the wood. And the more you look, the more you'll find more birds and animals and friends. Wow. It's incredible. The more you look, the more you find things. Now as you make your way through this path here, you'll start to notice more of our friends. I believe these are all underwater friends that are in the carvings of the wood here leading up to the Tree of Life. It's a nice little path. Most of the time there's not a whole lot of people on this, so it's a great way to escape the loudness of the park. As you can hear, there's no music through here. All you hear is the waterfall coming from the Tree of Life. And my gosh, look at that view. I can't believe this thing at one point was going to be a restaurant. Let's talk about the history of the Tree of Life. That's right, my friends. When the Disney Imagineers were first coming up with the concepts for the Tree of Life, they wanted to build some sort of a restaurant that was going to be inside the Tree of Life. I've seen some drawings. It seemed like it was going to be at the top, and it was probably going to have a good view of the entire park of Animal Kingdom. This was going to be a more expensive restaurant. But that all changed when Michael Eisner had the great idea of putting an attraction in the Tree of Life. But what is the Tree of Life, and what is the backstory? Because you know, every Disney attraction, whether it be a restaurant, store, whatever, has a backstory. The backstory of the Tree of Life is essentially Discovery Island was built around this tree that was the ultimate source of water and life, hence the name, the Tree of Life. And if you're wondering the size of the Tree of Life, this bad boy is 145 feet tall. It's huge for a tree. And a lot of people think this is a real tree, but it's not. This is not a real tree. Actually, when they were building this, they used an oil rig. Like, the structure of an oil rig was the main base and structure for the Tree of Life. Then the Imagineers came in, basically wrapped it around with steel, metal, and other things of that nature, then added the plaster and different things to make it look like a real tree. But if you look at the branches and the leaves, which the leaves were all placed on this tree by hand, the 800 branches that belong on this tree, as well as the 102,000 artificial leaves that were placed by hand, if I didn't mention that before, were built with a mechanical system that essentially moves with the wind. So when you look at this tree, look at the branches and leaves, and when the wind blows, it'll actually move like a real working tree. That, my friends, is what Disney Imagineering is all about. Storytelling and bringing things to life. The Tree of Life was no exception. You wouldn't know it from the naked eye, but there are expansion joints in those branches for when those winds here in Florida get a little gusty. And you know, the weather here in Florida is very unpredictable. So this thing had to look realistic or people would not believe it. And when they were building the Tree of Life, they didn't just stick with a boring base and shape and woodwork for the tree. No, my friends, Disney took it a step further and thought of adding animals and different wildlife carvings into the wood to make up the tree. So at first glance, when you see this tree, you probably just think it's a normal tree with normal wood and shapes that a normal tree would have. But the longer you look at it, you start to see things, and your mind is not playing tricks on you. I know the heat here in Florida can sometimes get to people. Dehydration is a real thing, but there are animals and other wildlife friends carved into this tree. And it even starts down here at the base. Check out this tortoise. Look at this guy. Most people might not pay attention to that as they're walking by because it does blend in well with the rock work. You just start to think, hey, wait a minute. Is that a turtle? And yes, there is a waterfall because like I said, this is the ultimate source of water and life. It's also one of the other places that you at Walt Disney World can see the backside of water. Just like on the Jungle Cruise. And that source of water continues to trickle all the way down into Discovery Island. Take a look at the manatee and the baby manatee. I wish Abby was here. She loves manatees. The more you look at it, the more you start to see the 325 different species, extinct and existing, that are carved all throughout this Tree of Life. Sometimes you just gotta stop and take a closer look, and different things will start to form the longer you sit and stare. Which I always say when you're at a Disney park, be sure to look up and also take your time, because every time I come here I start to notice more and more different things and different species carved throughout this entire tree. And yes, it does continue here at the bottom of the base of the Tree of Life as well. This one being one of my favorites. I believe this is a toucan. Look at that, almost completely blind to the naked eye. And there's even seats here at the base where you can sit and stare at the tree. Now the Tree of Life debuted with the park on April 22nd, Earth Day of 1998 with Michael Eisner and the team. And it still continues to this day to be the icon as well as hold a major attraction here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Right below us at the base of the Tree of Life holds the 428 seat theater that houses It's Tough to Be a Bug, based on the 1998 Disney Pixar film A Bug's Life. But speaking of It's Tough to Be a Bug, there's something down there right before you go into the theater that most people miss out on. Now we are down below where we were just standing, and the rock work and the carving still continue down here below and under the Tree of Life. There's a carving of a chimpanzee named David Graybeard right before you go into the theater. Now David was a good friend of Jane Goodall. She took care of him, and they have a really good backstory and a great relationship. If you've never heard the story of Jane and David, definitely look it up. But Disney, being the good folk they are, decided to surprise Miss Jane with a really cool present and tribute to David. And it's right over here. And there's even a plaque here to honor Jane Goodall. The likeness of the chimpanzee she called David Graybeard was created in the Tree of Life at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And there's Jane, and there's David. And then here is the carving of David Graybeard. Something that most people would not pay attention to as they're entering into the It's Tough to Be a Bug. So the next time you're waiting in line, say hello to Mr. David Graybeard. One would almost get lost if this wasn't a roped off attraction because of all the little nooks and crannies and tunnels and things they have here. Look at that. Wow. Everywhere you look, there's something that pops out. Wow, I've never noticed that one before. That is too crazy. And this guy reminds me of the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. I know that's not what that is, but oh my gosh, that thing still gives me the creeps. Take a look at that horse. Like he's leaping out of the tree of life. And below him is a fish, and I believe, yes, it's a kangaroo mama and a little baby in the pouch. It could be Kanga and Little Roo. It just never stops. The more you look around, the more you find things. Whoa, look at this guy. Look at the size of that carving right there. My gosh. Little lucky ladybug. Rub that thing for luck. Look at this, like a pelican. Look at the size of that pelican's mouth. I mean, it all just flows together just so perfectly. And the neat thing is you can just wander through the Tree of Life here for as long as you want. There's lots of places to sit, lots of shade and cool spots. So in the summertime, when you're here and it's really hot, the Tree of Life in the bottom of the base area is definitely the place to cool off. Just watch out for things like this spider right here. My gosh, I hate spiders. But there's definitely some picturesque spots around the Tree of Life. And that's the reason why this is the icon. The amount of detail and the story is very interesting. I mean, I could imagine this place being a restaurant, but I'm kind of glad it's not. Well, you guys, I had a lot of fun learning and teaching and talking about the Tree of Life today, and I hope you guys have a better understanding of what this icon is and why it is the icon of Disney's Animal Kingdom. And I think it's time to say goodbye, but if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's free. It'll keep you updated with my latest video. If you would like to support my channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/worldofmicah. We're donating $1 a month. You can help fund episodes just like this. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Micah, everybody. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.